Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so this video is going to be kind of weird because this is actually the fourth segment of another video. It's the end of another video, but I had a what the F moment during this, and it had to go into its own video because this is not cool. Not cool at all. I expected this segment to last like a couple of minutes, like 1 to 3 minutes, really quick, haha. And I'm going to give you a little explanation on it. Oil pencils and wax pencils. Now, oil pencils have some wax in it. Wax pencils have a little bit of oil in it, and they're combined with a binder. When it has more oil than wax, it's an oil pencil. When it has more wax than oil, it's a wax pencil. They lay down differently. Watercolor pencils have no binding in it. They're a whole different way of doing making a pencil, and they took the pigment and they put the pigment into a core, and now we have watercolor pencils. They're probably the newest on the market out of the three of them. The binder is supposed to hold the wax and the oil together. They're not supposed to separate. But during this experiment, which was only supposed to be a tiny little thing, I had some surprise results. So watch the video through for my what the F moment, and you will see what I'm talking about. So let's begin. My friend Kelly sent this to me, and I'm so appreciative because he didn't have to, and he wasn't feeling good, and it took him a while. I told him he shouldn't have to do this. Just scratch on the paper, and he sent me these beautiful swatch sheets. He's another collector of pencils. He's been a long time subscriber of mine. He calls me Professor. I think that's cute. And he had beautiful handwriting. So he sent me this, and these are of some of his pencils of the different brands, and I thought it was really interesting. I have most of these, but I don't have a few of these, and I want you to take a look at this Naomi pencils. This looks like a really promising set. Now, they don't sell them on Amazon. They only sell them on AliExpress. I don't know why they don't sell it on Amazon. I've been looking for them on there because I ordered this like a month ago from AliExpress. It's taking forever to get here. It's driving me crazy. It's the one pencil set that I have outstanding. So I mean, these are really beautiful looking pencils, and the set is really pretty looking. So I have a lot of hopes in this. I only ordered a small set. I wish I had ordered the big one because I have a feeling that this one is going to be a real winner. And then he gave me some of the other ones that are nice. It's kind of hard to see the swatch difference, but when you see it in person, it looks way different than on camera. And so that one is coming in. He also sent me the Black Widow. I only have one set of the Black Widow, the 48, and he sent me the whole. He's a collector, let me tell you. He sent me the whole thing. They have some really nice colors in their green. I like green slime. I love this color. And their sapphire is very pretty. And their turquoise is very nice too. So I'm hoping that these come in one set, but I haven't investigated it yet. So even the peppermint is nice. So the last thing I want to do, one of my subscribers, this was about a month ago, one of my subscribers had written a comment, and I never tested this, and this is going to be the first time that I'm seeing it along with you. She talked about how she was using her oil pencils and then went to use some watercolors with it, which is common. You can use a watercolor and then a pencil over it. But she used the water second, and she found that she made a mess. and that some of her oil pencils were water soluble. Now, it's not supposed to be that way. So I went out and I tested some of my oil pencils, and these are some of the brands that I have. And I just grabbed until I filled up the circles. So I'm going to take a look at some of these about their water solubility. And why I'm doing this to show you is that if you are using a oil pencil or a wax pencil with a watercolor, you got to use the watercolor first. You got to set that into the paper, let it fully dry, like overnight. Even if it's dry to the touch, let it dry overnight, and then use your other pencils over them. And I'm just really very curious as to what these pencils will do. Yeah, that's my Crayon, my Pablo. They do run. And I would expect Brett Futter to run. Not too bad. Just dry off the tip. These are my Color Soft. Wow, look at my Color Soft. Look at the Color Soft run. The Color Soft aren't watercolors, are they? I didn't think they were supposed to do that. Now, I was looking on Alibaba, and they did mention that some of these colors, how they are water soluble. So even the manufacturers are saying that these oil pencils do have a bit. Here's the shuttle art. Yeah. Apparently they're all doing it. Dry off my brush to a degree. Now here's Prismacolor. Not really too bad on the Prismacolor. And that might be some red that I have on the brush tip. Clean it off a little bit better. So I would say almost no on the Prismacolor. That Color Soft certainly did. I never looked at my Color Soft that closely. Farber, no. Color It, yes. Now, I wouldn't say that these run like a watercolor. Watercolor would dissolve. These are not dissolving. This is Crayola. Not really. Whatever little bit of red you have on there is on my brush. That snorty sound is my dog. He does that if he comes up through the video. Arteza. Oh, look at Arteza. Well, this pencils are shit to begin with. Sorry, Arteza. I'm not a fan of any of your pencils. Look at Arteza run. Then again, I want to tell you something. Arteza failed my last light fast test. Worse than Jot and Liquimark. And those are the dollar store brands. Look what Arteza. This is not supposed to do that, Arteza. Not to this degree. Shame, shame. Those were your wax pencils. Or what I thought was wax. Okay, Polychromos. No. Now, here's a cheap set. Prang. I would expect a... Not real, not too bad. They do have... Not bad at all. Let's try the Sooty Styles. I don't even think they make Sooty Styles anymore. And they're not running at all. Oh my gosh. The things you discover. Magic Fly. A little bit. I had a person comment to me, daring me to say what I really felt about Arteza pencils or Arteza products. And I'm like, watch me. You don't know me that well. I don't like Arteza. Not in the least bit. And I'm not afraid to say it. Some people like them. You're entitled to your opinions. It's just not me. Joy Witch is not that bad. Okay, a little bit, not too bad. Like this. Oh my God, look at this. I didn't even know that was going to happen. Pragos. Now, I couldn't stand Pragos. I'm going to just tell you this. Pragos, out of all these pencils, and I do not return pencils. I am not the one that will, like, let a pencil out of my hands. I returned my Pragos. Was not happy with them. See, look at this. Pragos, you are crap. At that. Okay, well, now we're going to get to my two favorites. Okay, we have my Delis and my shipping Farbens. No, I don't pronounce it right. Dip. You ready for this? Deli, please pass this test. Okay, you're good. Not horrible. Okay, thank you, God. Sitting there telling you guys, this is a really great pencil, and meanwhile they dissolve in water. That would be terrible. Okay, Sheep and Farbens. About the same as, almost identical to Deli. And I only have Monarch on the Black Widows, so I had to use a purple. I'm going to show you how much red I have on my brush. Nah, these are good. Actually, the Black Widow pencils I liked. Okay, the cheapest pencil, the Sooty Styles, which they don't even make anymore because they're total cheapy pencils. They did the best. Yay, Sooty Styles. Brett for the past. Pablo's did about as good as, I would put that right in the middle. Okay, Derwent Color Soft, you ran all over the place. Derwent, oh, I didn't do my Derwent Inktense. Now, these better run because they're supposed to run. Let's take a look at what Inktense does. Yes. Okay, these are good. I like my Inktense. Now, it's funny. The Inktense is running like the Arteza. I want an explanation, Arteza. I don't think this is supposed to happen. Polychromos, you're good. Prang passed. Prismacolors. Oh, these are the Prismacolor Scholars. They passed. Crayola passed. Deli. Shipping Farben. I would say the only... Not horrible, but okay. Pragos. The ones that really failed this one was Pragos, Arteza, and I want an explanation why my Derwent Color Soft went all over the place. Oh, I did do this. These are the Faber-Castell Scholars. They did really good. So a little bit of running is good because I did have a dirty brush. I want an explanation from these companies why the heck that did that. And I will see you guys in my next test, video, whatever. Take care. Bye-bye. Fucking Arteza. I needed to be fair to Arteza in case the remote chance I grabbed the watercolor pencils from the regular pencils. So I got out the two pencils. This is the watercolor pencil by Arteza, and it's clearly marked with the watercolor brush, and that's how you tell. And this is their regular expert. Okay, so we're going to keep this completely separate from each other. This is the watercolor. I'm putting this aside. I'm coloring with the... This is the regular expert here. Putting a couple of layers down. Taking my brush. It is stained, but it was dry before I used it. So we'll give it a light pink at the best. This is the experts. These are the oil pencils or their wax pencils. Their binders should not be breaking down in water like this. I need an explanation on that because this should not be happening. Okay, I got out another piece of paper because I needed to double check this again. This is the watercolor one. I'm putting it down. And very water soluble. Now I'm taking the expert again. Here's expert. And there you see it. This is not a water pencil. Putting it down. That's wet. Putting it down here. Nice thick layer. The binding should not be breaking down. Now Arteza. If you should see this, we need an explanation. Why are your pencils breaking down? Now I'm going to test a different one. The dark one, Arteza Expert. You see that nice and close up. These are their oil pencils. The binder should be stable. What the? I'm just saying. Let's see. This is another expert. This is expert. Should be water insoluble. You can see a tiny bit of blue from my brush, but clearly the yellow is all over the place. That's two tests that Arteza came in the worst. You might as well be using watercolor pencil with the expert. There's no difference. What is this, like repackaging? Goodbye.